whoa, that song just cut off, and that's my favorite part of the song.
It did. It's missing a little piece, right?
Yeah, where it ends, what the fuck happened last night?
I know.
Well, here we go, guys. Another Hot Mess Express, right on brand, right off the tracks as soon as we fucking get out of this gate. But anyhow, everyone, welcome and thank you so much for joining us on the October edition of The Morning After. My name is Erica.
I'm Marissa.
Thank you for hopping on the Hot Mess Express.
All aboard. Welcome to the Hot Mess Express. Choo choo.
All right, guys. So what can I say? Last month, Helen left us on a fucking cliffhanger.
She did.
She had gotten into her dominatrix phase.
That was a wild ride, by the way. I was like, what the fuck is happening right now? How did I get here?
I was editing the episode and I was dying laughing. First off, because Collie and his nipple story were fucking chef's kiss.
That took us off the rails right off the bat. I mean,
absolutely. I thought we were gonna get into some sort of like I don't know what I was thinking.
The clamps went wrong, yeah.
Or
like,
I don't know.
They got stuck. I don't know.
How it, like, getting his nipple bit off was
nipple biting was not in the bingo card.
No.
For that day.
But not only did he get his nipple bit practically off, right?
Yeah.
Like that bitch broke skin. She also fucking rolled him and stole his PlayStation.
She took your nipple and your PlayStation.
And the games, but she forgot the power cord, so she fucking ends up calling back after trying to diss him.
Yeah.
Because she's like, I need to go back for that power cord.
I didn't just need a nipple for nothing.
So that story was wild. And then we got into Helen's shenanigans, where she was telling us about the united colors of Helen.
Yes.
She's talking to her brown guy, her redheaded guy, or her white guy, like every color.
It was Taste the Rainbow.
It was Taste the Rainbow with Helen. And then all of a sudden she does this crazy switch and she's like,
by the way, just casually,
I was texting with this guy and
I got into this dominatrix website just casually. Just, oh yeah, by the way, like I signed up for another fucking social media app. Like, oh yeah, by the way, I tried this app and then I totally became a dominatrix. And then I was telling them what to do and had these fucking guys all over fucking Walmart.
Calling me Miss Foxy.
Calling me Miss Foxy.
I died that episode. That
was a wild ride.
It was so fucking good. I really appreciate both of them so much. It was so funny. And again, I died laughing editing that.
But if you have not listened to it, I know we gave you all the spoilers, but trust me when I tell you, these are the highlights. There's so much more that I know we went through.
But having them tell the story is funnier.
Is hilarious. So please go back and listen to that as well.
Yeah. So that being said, guys, if you want to call in and share your wild story, Mike is available. Hit the little plus sign and jump right on and tell us about your nipple stories. Because Helen was telling us about her fucking Dollar Tree stuff, so.
Fucking BDSM on the budget.
Oh, I'm dying.
Those are some DIYs I never thought I'd hear.
I mean, dollar store coming in like a fucking champ with all sorts of...
I will never see people at the dollar store the same again.
You don't know what they're buying stuff for.
That's why I'm like...
You don't know what they're doing, Marissa.
I thought I did. I thought we were all just broke there. Buying cleaning supplies and buying shit for the house. No.
Buying arts and crafts on a budget.
Yeah, no. Apparently not.
No. BDSM on a budget, right? All right, guys. So while we give Helen time to call in, I do want to talk about this story that was all over the fucking internet last week.
Oh, my God.
Not all of the internet, but definitely all over Twitter.
It was all over my internet.
Oh, was it?
It was. And I'm not even on social media like that.
Oh, it was on TikTok, not Twitter, sorry.
I'm not even on social media like that, so the fact that I know what it was, I was like, oh shit, this shit blew up then, because...
This story was so fucking funny. I was like...
But she's my hero.
Okay, guys, so the story that we're talking about is this girl, she found herself a boyfriend in Mexico, brought him over... Right? And he was living with
Paid to get him brought over.
Yeah. I mean, did she pay
We are not gonna smash.
How she got him over, she doesn't really
She
say.
just paid to get him over here. That's all we know. Who she paid, what she paid, no idea.
None of that. And of course, you guys know me. I didn't go back and do my fucking due diligence and find out if she gave any backstory, because I'm sure there was plenty of people wondering, having the same questions that I did.
Right.
What happened? So anyhow, she got her fucking man over from Mexico.
She imported her man.
And he's living with her. She's the main breadwinner of that fucking little household. They're living it up, living life, whatever, right? Their little love nest.
Yes.
Then one day, she sees that his Snapchat is going off.
Well, no, they had gone somewhere.
Okay.
I know this part. Because I was like, did you just, like, pull a... I have a sixth sense, so I'm going to check your phone. No, she's saying that they had gone somewhere and they took pictures. So she asked them for the phone to send those pictures to her phone because her battery had died. So they were using his phone to take all the pictures. So when she did that, Snapchat notification came through.
Oh, you see, I am not a thorough...
No, that's the video that I saw.
Reporter. Okay, I'm not a thorough reporter, guys. I'm sorry. So anyhow, sees the Snapchat, like the messages, and figures out that he's fucking cheating on her. Mm-hmm. He is cheating on her. She's getting pictures from this girl. She's getting messages, and she's like furious, right? And guys, don't fuck with the Latina. Because we will pull some crazy ass revenge on you.
Especially if she doesn't explode on the spot.
Exactly.
Because that plotting, ooh.
So she decided that she was going to get revenge, but what? She didn't know quite yet what she was going to do. She had to take some time to think about it, right? Mm-hmm. Then the idea came to her, and she's like, I'm fucking sending him back to Mexico.
Deportation.
So you're thinking, did she report him? Did she? Nope. What she did is she fucking lied to this guy. Well, they live in, I guess, like, McAllen, like more of the Rio Valley area.
Yeah, more of the Valley area, which
here
is
in Texas.
So for the people who don't know what the Valley area is, it's on the outs. It's kind of
like
on the
South Texas.
Yeah, like South Texas, but on the outskirts of San Antonio almost.
Yes.
So the closest biggest city that you're gonna find is gonna be San Antonio.
So anyhow, she tells him that they're 2 hours away from Mexico and 2 hours away from San Antonio.
Right.
So she decides she's going to tell him, we're going to go to San Antonio. We're going to go to Six Flags. Let's go have a good time out in Six Flags. Let's have a blast. And he's like, yes, let's do it. So she's like, let's go. But she decides they're going to go after he gets out of work. So he's tired and she can take over the driving, right? Puts him in the back, tells him, go take a nap. I got the drive. It's only 2 hours. I got it. Yeah. So he jumps in the back, takes a nap.
No, she took him to eat.
Oh.
Before they went out. Because she thought this through. She thought of every fucking scenario through. This is how well plotted this is, and that's why she's my hero. Because she was like, okay, well, I'm going to tell him, nope, don't worry about it. I'm going to take you. I want to have a good time. I've been wanting to go. Let's go to Six Flags. Let's go tonight. We'll spend the night there. But because you just got out, I'll handle the driving. Don't worry about it. But I'm going to take you to go eat because I need you to get tired. Because and I need you to use the restroom because I don't need you waking up.
Oh, that's right.
On my drive there.
She did make him go to the bathroom.
She's like, I don't need you waking up in the middle of my fucking mission here.
No pit stops.
No pit stops. So... she was like, I need you to go to the restroom because I really don't want to stop anywhere. I just want to drive and get there. And then we spend the night there. And then the next day we'll have a grand old time. So she planned this through. Because she was like, I don't need him waking up. I don't need him going to the restroom and realizing where the fuck we're going.
Does all this, guys. Gets him in the back. He takes a nap. By the time he wakes up, they're already driving into Mexico. There's no way for her to turn back.
She's like at the second checkpoint going into Mexico.
She can't turn back at this point. And he's like, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing? I can't come. Like, I'm not going to be able to return. And she's like, exactly. Exactly. So she pulls over after the second checkpoint.
Yep. It's like right after you cross and you're
Mhm.
like ready to, like you're in Mexico and there's no more checkpoints. Like that's...
Yep. She pulled over, gave him $50 and said,
Bye.
bye, left his ass back in Mexico.
As she should.
Guys, that is the ultimate fucking revenge story.
Mm-hmm. I love her. She's my hero. She is my hero because, let me tell you, good for her. Good for her.
Absolutely. I would have never thought of something like that. Like, I don't know if I would have been able to keep my cool like she did. Right? I see you doing something like that, Marissa. This has Marissa written all over it.
I would. But see, she's nice. I would have taken him to the fucking... There's nothing there. Like, I would have dropped your ass off, not in the city. I would have fucking taken you to the outskirts. You figure it out. I'm not being that generous. So yes, that does sound like me.
That's totally something you would do.
I think her and I are related. I don't know how, but I feel it in my bones.
And I love it. She is telling the story, right? And it's like in Spanish talk, I guess.
Yeah.
Right? Because they all have their own little like book talk, Spanish talk, blah, 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 right? So calmly telling the story, and she's just like, I saw the messages, and I was just like, I need to get my revenge. But like so matter-of-factly, like very monotone the entire time. Very just like so together about this, where I am just retelling you guys the story, and I'm like, fuck that guy, and like you could my tone's going up and down on this fucking story, and she was cool as a fucking cucumber.
Cool as a cucumber. She was like, it is what it is. She said, I brought you here, and I taketh you back.
So ultimate revenge story right there.
I love her.
Claps to that. Fuck, man. So anyhow, guys, that's what I've been, the road that I took last week on TikTok.
I love it.
Do not fuck with a Latina.
Mm-mm.
No.
And if she's calm after she caught you doing some shit, just, you're dying. That's all I can tell you.
You're going to be rolled up in a carpet under a
somewhere,
tree, and nobody's ever going to find you.
If you ever wake up, just know that by the grace of God. 'Cause that was not the original plan.
All right, so now that we had a good laugh about killing, let's go into a quick song, and that'll give Helen some time to call in.
Yeah.
And get us up to date on the shenanigans that is Helen's life.
But let us know in the chat.
Yes.
I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever been in a situation, and have you taken revenge, and what revenge have you taken? Because I'd love to hear those stories. I wish that I could be like the... You know, have you seen the movie where like she like burns the...
Yeah, waiting to exhale.
Yeah, yep. Where she burns the car with the clothes and everything. Like, I totally wish I could have that moment. And I've never been given the opportunity.
Did you want to do that to ex number 1 or ex number 2?
Both of them. Fuck it. Except I wanted them in the car.
All right, guys. Let us know in the chat. Even if you've seen the story, if you saw it.
Yes. Let us know your thoughts.
It was fucking everywhere. It was so wild, and applause for that girl. Mm-hmm. But let's go to a song, and then we'll read the chat and have Helen call in.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, guys, we are back. Marissa, I just saw the chat moving.
Yes.
Like crazy. So let me know what's going on in there.
Absolutely. So from the start, I didn't think I see a single person saying she did wrong. I think everybody's with us. Everybody's like, she's my queen. We love her. Good for her.
Fuck yeah, she's
James
a queen.
from Pedro says she even gives them a little walking around money. Wow, what a boss queen. Look at her.
And $50 goes a long way.
In Mexico, yeah, it does. But Bunk says, when my ex was in jail for hitting the girl he cheated on me with, I called and provided evidence so they can keep him longer. Good for you.
Oh, fuck. Bunk has lived some lives.
Hell yeah.
Every time I talk to her, she's like, Helen. I'm always like, what the fuck?
And it's just so casual, too. It's like, put him out in jail for a lifetime. But, who's counting? Lisa says, when a purchase is defective, you'd return it. Absolutely. Return to sender.
Good point, Lisa.
Return to sender. Tabes said, I listed World Series tickets on Craigslist for the Red Sox for face value under my ex's work and personal numbers.
Oh,
He had to change his number. That's diabolical, and I love it.
I do love that.
I love it. But I would have, like, put some crazy, like, sex ad for him or something. Like, look at you now. That's what I would have done. Let's see. Arturian says the crazy Latina syndrome is real. Yeah, it is. Helen says we learned everything from novelas.
It's true.
It is true. Absolutely.
It's true. Me personally, I learned it from my aunts. They were all crazy bitches.
It's hereditary in
It's
Marissa's world.
hereditary in my world. So, but Lisa poses a very good question. Is it quote unquote crazy to refuse to take shit?
No, absolutely not.
No, but I think where the crazy comes in, it's because we don't wait for karma or life to teach you the lesson. We will be that for you, right? Like we will, it's all wrapped up into one package. We will be your lesson. We will be your karma. We will be the consequences of your actions all at once.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tapes also says, also deleted his iTunes, so he lost all the music he had, and I brought to the relationship. I think that was the bigger win.
Oh, especially if it's like
Years worth of
I've had my iTunes music for fucking ever. So if
Yeah.
that went away, I'd be so pissed.
Yeah. Medusa
Well,
says,
you
I had
think
the
about it,
ex.
The last time Red Sox were there, I mean, there wasn't streaming services. So you know that hurt even deeper than it would today. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep. Medusa says, I had the ex borrow money from me, so he kept saying he didn't have it to pay me back. I had this ex borrow money from me, and he kept saying he didn't have it to pay me back. One day I saw him at a bar playing video poker, so I went to his house and stole all his fancy kites that were with money.
Kites. Oh well. I mean,
Kites?
she's working and giving a scoop, so we're gonna give her a pass.
Yeah.
on
I
what
was
she's
like,
trying
wait.
to say.
I was like, is there a flat kite community that I'm not aware of?
There is, actually.
I'm sure there is. I'm like, but I'm sure there is. Oh, she's saying yes, he collected them. Okay. He tried to get them back, but I told him, give me my money back first. Fuck you. I love it. Bug says, I've also just simply resorted to violence as well. It's not right, but I'm crazy.
Oh, she is.
I'm all the same, Bunk. Same. Jason Page is saying, my cheating ex didn't know how to act when I booked our dinner at a restaurant. Her other man was working. It was fun to watching it unravel.
Oh shit.
I hope you didn't pay for the
somebody
dinner.
needs to call in.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I hope James walked away from that.
I would have left her with the
bill.
tab, yeah.
And no ride back. All right. So we've gone through the chat. You guys are good. Love your revenge stories.
Yes.
Keep them coming. If you
Yes.
have more, keep putting them in the chat. But we are gonna catch up with Helen.
Hello, Miss Helen.
Helen. I mean,
Hi, lady.
I don't even know where to start with you. I don't know if I start with your collection of men, your rainbow colored men, or we talk about your dominatrix. Like, are you still doing that?
I think let's talk about it all. Let's yeah.
So where do we start? Do we start with her rainbow?
Yes. Where are we at with the rainbow?
Where we're at the rainbow.
Or where do you want to start? You take us
I'm
where you
trying
want to start.
Okay, so last time we left off with this redhead that was my sub, right?
Yes.
But there was just, I don't know, like it was fun and everything, but he didn't really he chatted with me one time because I guess, so this is really weird. So I had my app. I've had it for a couple months, and so when I went to California in August, I guess he matched with me then. So I matched with a bunch of guys sent me pings and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, I'm in California. Like, I'm not here to hook up, you know? So I didn't do anything. And so when I came back, I was looking through everything, deleting all the people that had like sent me pings. And then this guy was in Salt Lake. And I was like, oh, okay. I go, I thought you were the ones from California. He's like, oh, actually, like, I live in both places. Like, I work both places, kind of a thing. Like, okay. But then, like, he wasn't in Utah anymore. He was, like, in California or something. And he wasn't really messaging me. And it was just going to be a thing, you know? It wasn't anything serious. So I'm like, whatever. And so I kind of moved on. And I wasn't really, like, I'm starting to get to the end of the year where, like, I get really busy with work.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, man, I don't have a roster. Like, this is sad, you guys. Like, I thought I said fuck you to everyone, and then I didn't have anyone. I was like, damn it.
I
And so
know.
there was one.
Wait,
Go
but
ahead.
before we get into the roster, is this gonna take us away from the dominatrix information?
Look, just listen.
Okay.
Listen. Just,
Said shh.
I'll come back.
She said shh.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry, Miss
Yes, ma'am.
Foxy.
Miss Foxy came out real quick.
I know. I'm like, fuck.
Don't make me take out my whip. So I'm like thinking, and I was kind of, the thing is, like, I was like on the normal dating sites like Bumble and Hinge and stuff, but I don't know. I'm like, I don't
I
have
love
time
that
for
that's
really,
normal.
like-
I'm sorry.
She's on like 10 dating sites.
She's all,
You know,
you know, the normal.
I'm just on Bumble, Facebook Match, like
Tinder,
Tinder, Hinge, Plenty of Fish, the Farmers app.
Farmers.
Okay, Alan, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. So I've only been on Tinder once, and I deleted it. Like, I met someone, and then it was really just like a hookup guy, and I'm like, and I didn't hook up with him, but I was just like, nah, just not for me. And then I went to a concert with a friend, and I saw that he was on Tinder. I'm like, fuck, I'm not going on Tinder. Like, I don't want to see him, you know? And so, and that he's a story for a whole other day. He's
Why
a
didn't you
story.
just block
Anyway.
him?
Well, I don't know. 'Cause I just don't want to be on Tinder. Okay, I have values.
She said, I got standards now.
Oh,
Okay?
wow. I didn't know Facebook dating app was so highfalutin.
Oh no, you know what? Here's the thing. Oh my god, let me tell you guys about Facebook dating. I would have totally forgot. So Facebook dating, you can't pay for it. It's all free, right? They just want you on the app. Like, that's their whole purpose. So they give you all the premium features that other apps make you pay for. So you get to see who's liked you. You get to do like all these things that normally you wouldn't be able to do unless you pay, right? Guess who hit me up on Facebook dating?
Who?
And like sent me a message to one of my pictures. It's like, hey cutie, long time.
Pop.
Nope.
Cop.
Officer Ross?
Officer Ross.
I knew it. He sounds like he has zero fucking self-esteem and shame.
He's like, nobody has pissed on my floor in months.
And months.
And it's never gonna happen again. So no. So he I was quick left. I'm like, whatever. Never again, right? And that's why I'm like, damn, have I exhausted like some of my apps? And so I'm like, you know what? I just need to go on the kink site, you know? And I'm like, I am
I'm sorry. Oh, I love how she says that like she's just gonna try a new restaurant.
well, they're different menus. Marissa. Some are spicier than others.
Lord mercy.
Okay, so you decided I'm getting on the kink
Website?
Yeah, so I'm on Field, and like I was talking to a couple guys there, but like nothing. I didn't feel good about anyone. And then I come across this profile, and he's like, "Hey, I'm dating with intent. I really want to be with someone and have a real connection, and this and that, and blah blah blah." And he's cute, and I'm like, "Oh, okay." And so I swipe right, and I guess we had both liked each other. So I message him something like, "Oh, tell me your best travel story." Like, that's my pickup line, right? And he's like,
That's like a bot pickup story.
"Whatever," because he wrote back and he's like, "Over drink or coffee?" I'm like, "Oh." So we start chatting like all day long, right?
Okay.
We're chatting for like, well, not all day. It was 2 hours. He goes, "Hey, I'm about to get on a plane." He's like, "I'm traveling for work today. I'll be unavailable for a few hours, but if you're comfortable, here's my number." I'm like, "Okay, whatever." And so we end up like texting, and then through the night, and like he's super responsive. He tells me, "Okay, got to my hotel. I'm gonna go to a bar down the street. I'll be back in a few hours." Blah blah blah. Like super like like I'm like, who is this guy? Like the emotional intelligence of this man, and I'm like, God, okay. And so we end up talking and chatting, and like we hit it off really, really good, right? And we're not just like talking about sleeping with each other. We're talking about all kinds of stuff, right? And he's super funny. He thinks I'm hilarious, which I've always thought I am, but my family makes me doubt myself.
Don't listen to Helen. They're a bunch of haters.
They are a bunch of haters. My fucking family, I am God's gift to them, and they do not appreciate it.
I'm like, you're gonna not laugh when I die, fuckers.
So we're like talking, and then so we start like kind of talking. So when are we gonna meet? But like, I am traditional in that sense. But I wait for a guy to tell me when they want to take me out. I used to be like, "So when are you taking me out?" Blah blah blah. Now I'm like, no.
Helen used to be like, "Let me take you to steak for steak dinner."
Look at how far we've gone.
That is,
Look,
Helen, a year ago, you were taking all these people out for steak dinners,
And now you're getting asked to go out.
I approve of this.
Yes,
Okay.
I love this.
Thank you. So because I want to know if a guy's really interested or not, right?
Yeah.
But we're talking now for like 2 weeks,
Wait,
and he still hasn't asked me out.
I think I know where you're going with this. I think we need to go into a song.
Okay.
So then that you could come back and let us know about this relationship if it's the one that I know
Okay.
of.
Okay.
Okay, let's go to song and we'll be right back. Okay, guys. So we are back, and
Yes.
I want to say, what is everybody nervous about the what's coming? I didn't look at the chat, Marissa.
Yes. Everybody's like, dun dun dun. Rachy Doodle says maybe he's just shy. Bunk says this is gonna go one of two ways. It's either a catfish or he's weird as fuck. Either way, I'm intrigued. Lisa says, so I put a gift that says, "So I guess old habits die hard, huh?" And then Helen said, "I heard hard." That's all she fucking took from it.
That's all she's just, her mind's still on fucking penis cages. All right.
I mean, like my Google search. To be fair.
Those fucking slinkies. All right. I still can't get over those fucking penis cages. That was wild. All right, Helen. Okay,
so it's taking a while for him to like pin down a date, or like he keeps saying, "Oh, when we meet."
Wait. I'm sorry. Sure. I'm sorry. Marissa had a question.
Yeah, like this is a guy you met at the kink website, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, like, because it's not, it's all kinds of kink, right? Like, so it could be foot fetishes or BDSM or polyamory or like just like any whipped cream. I don't know. Like, there's all, it's a very sex positive thing, and everyone's very open about what their kink is, right?
Okay.
Like, I'm into this. And so I'm waiting, like, I'm still waiting kind of thing. But I'm like, but he also knew I was like getting really busy and I had a couple markets. And he also knew I'm a single mom. And he also knew that I went to go get tested. And I'm like, is he waiting for me to like get my results? Like now I'm like, what the fuck, And so finally, I'm like, hey.
Hold on. I'm sorry.
She just threw that out there casually. you can't. You can't run
Fucking
out of
hell, you
tested.
gotta stop throwing shit like it's just...
Well, it's her world. This is normal for her.
Okay, this is not my world, so understand the questions. I'm sorry. This is in no way, shape, or form. I'm just like... So wait, the testing, what
prompted that?
Yeah, what's happening there?
Well, you practice safe sex every couple times. You gotta like go get tested. Like
Okay,
and it was
after
just
partners.
that time. So you just mentioned it.
Yeah.
And, okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
we just wanted to make sure you were getting, like, this is something that you're doing, like, on the reggie, or if it's because
this
you guys
was
had a
like-
conversation and you wanted to.
Yeah.
No. This was like I had already had my appointment
Okay.
set for when I started talking to him.
Got it.
Actually, I didn't have it set. I knew it was on my radar and I just hadn't done it. But once I after a couple days with him, I'm like, I really should go get tested. So I set the appointment. So he knew about it, all of this, right? And so we're talking and I was like, hey, I don't know if you think I'm busy or you think I have a lot on my plate. I go, I don't want you to assume that I don't have time for you. I want you to ask me any ways that you want to see me and let me decide if I'm busy or not. And he goes, I love that. He's like, yeah, definitely. And then he goes, how's next Wednesday? I'm like, perfect. Yes, I want to see you next Wednesday. He's like, okay. And so we're talking about it and like the weekend had passed and everything. And, we're leading up to it and, flirting the whole time. And then, he's like, he had like talked a big game about like our first kiss, and he goes, it's going to be very passionate, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. So, I'm going to my date and we were meeting at this mall that has like the water fountains and it has like a water show with lights and stuff.
Water is your thing, girl, so fuck.
Look,
She's setting the mood.
Oh, but like before that, because obviously I need to prepare these men, and I go, hey, so I have these things that happen to me, and then like he's like I think I have a rubber sheet, and so like he had pulled it out on Sundays.
Marissa's dying right now. Marissa, they met on a kink app. Of course he's gonna have a rubber. She's like dying. You guys could only see her right now.
Don't pee, Marissa, because the rubber sheet.
No, that's your thing, girl, not mine.
Mom, please don't pee on my couch.
I can hold it.
And then, so like he had already said, are you gonna come over? I'm like, look, I'm not above not sleeping with someone on the first date. Like if we click, And he's like, okay. And then so the closer we get to it, we're like, well, we should choose somewhere for a light dinner, right? He's like, fuck yeah. And so we meet at this place, and I want you guys to know that it was windy. And so I'm walking across the path to meet him, and the wind is blowing my hair. The water fountains are very romantic next to me. I mean, can you imagine how he doesn't fall in love with me? Like,
is this your Hallmark moment?
Yeah.
This is her Hallmark movie moment. Yep.
I thought she was gonna say like
They hit it when
that it was like the water was splashing on her face, like something. For me, I would like the water would have totally been splashing all over me. Like I would have tripped. Something would have gone wrong. That's just my life. But Helen looks like a fucking Beyonce walking down the street. Okay.
Yes.
She's got the wind blowing.
Explosion. It's not an explosion. It's just a beautiful Bellagio water fountain next to it. And so we meet, and he's like, hi. And so like he waved at me, and I waved back at him. So he knew it was me. And obviously we're sending pictures back and forth. And so as soon as I get there, like he kisses me right away. But it was a peck. I'm like, ugh. He talked a big game and he just gave me a peck. Like I was kind of disappointed, you guys. Not going to lie.
But wait, this is the first time you see him in person, though, right?
Yes. She wants
yeah. You want tongue down your throat?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
You do you, girl.
She wants the Hallmark moment to go with her walk.
She wants a Hallmark moment to go with the...
I wanted hand up my ass, up my dress. Okay, you guys.
That's what I'm saying. She got her Hallmark moment for her
Her porn.
her porn moment
Look,
all
I
at the
got
same
a
time.
Hallmark moment, not a Cinemark moment. It was nice.
Okay, so he
Okay.
gave you the peck.
So I'm like, okay, so we walk in, we have dinner, and I already knew what stories I was going to talk about because you guys, I need another show. I need like 3 shows just to tell you some of the stories I need to tell you guys about. But so, anyways, so I like start chatting away, and he cannot take his eyes off of me. He's asking questions, like he's totally mesmerized. I'm going to use the words that I want because this is my story. And he is just like he's just so intrigued. Like he's like, oh my gosh, you're amazing, blah blah. And so, we end up leaving. He's like, are you coming back to my place? And I just grab his hand. I'm like, yeah, I'm going back to your place. He's like, okay. And so, I forgot to say this. Okay. So the day before I started my new job. So it was the day before I started my new job, and he's like, hey, are we ready? Is everything set for tomorrow? I'm like, yeah. And then he's like, he's like, he sent me a screenshot.
He sent you a screenshot of what? Oh my god, I'm nervous. Of what, Helen?
So I failed to mention he's married. And he's
Hold up. No. No, ma'am, you're not gonna skip past that one.
fail.
How and when did you find out that he was married?
Yeah.
I knew the whole time. He was very open about it on his profile. He's like, I'm married to a super badass. We have an open relationship. She isn't seeing anyone. I'm seeing someone, like, whatever.
Okay. So, okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
I knew the whole time.
Got it. Okay.
And so he sends me a message, and he's like, hey, I just wanted you to know that my wife just sent me this. And so she's like, hey, because he told me, he's like, she travels a lot, and so I'm home alone a lot, whatever. So, we just had this arrangement. So he says that she said, hey, my flight is coming in early. I'll be home a day early. Am I going to mess up your date? And so the whole thing was that she wasn't going to be there. And he's like, are you okay with it? I'm like, I'm okay if you're okay. And then I had to go on silent because I went into a 5-hour board meeting.
Wait, you're okay? Wait,
hold on. Back up.
Like,
time out.
You're like, oh, that's cool. I can go over to your house with your married wife. Like,
That's
yeah.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay. Why not your house?
Yeah.
Because I forgot to tell you guys, I now have roommates.
Oh.
You guys, my life goes 1,000 miles an hour.
Okay, so
you got roommates now, so that's why you guys couldn't go back to your house.
And I told him.
But wait. I'm sorry, but I would rather go and have my roommates
than the wife.
Than the wife.
Especially because this is the first time I meet you, and now I gotta meet you and your wife.
But Helen's cool with it.
Yeah. Okay. So let me explain a little bit more. So
she's like, yeah, of course I'm cool with the wife. Like she's cool with the dog or something.
My roommate moved in with his 15-year-old daughter.
Oh.
That's what I was scared of.
Okay. That makes a difference. Okay.
Yeah, because I don't care if my roommate hears me. I don't want his daughter to.
Okay.
So I told him, hey, and this was like one of our conversations. So I'm like, hey, I want to see you, but I won't be able to host. He goes, oh, don't worry. I can host all the time. My wife is totally cool with it. And I'm like, just to be perfectly and utterly clear, it's not a threesome, right? He's like, nope, not at all. This is not a trap. He's like, she knows we've been in this, like, we've been married for 17 years. We've been in this lifestyle for 10. Like, we're cool.
Okay.
I'm like, okay. So everything everything looks good, right? And so 5 hours later, I get out of the board meeting and my phone is dead. And I finally get home and it's like 10:30 or something. I'm like, hey, I'm so sorry my phone died. I hope you're still awake. Everything's cool. I don't want you to think that I was just like dismissing your last message. Totally cool with it. And he goes, oh man, I was a little bit worried. I'm like, no, we're good. It's like, okay. So he asked me, are you coming back to my place? Because now it's like, we know that his wife is there. He's like, she's been traveling, all night. She's going to be asleep. Like, don't even worry about it. I'm like, okay. So we get to his house. He's like, shows me upstairs. And then he's like, we're going to be in the basement. I'm like, okay.
What? What is it with you in the basements, girl?
Well, because Utah has basements. But yeah, anyways. He had the softest carpet, you guys. Oh, let me make this perfectly clear.
I can't.
Let's highlight the carpet, but not the wife.
Okay.
Okay, it's because before this, he had found the YouTube podcast, and so he had heard the time I had a hoarder ex-boyfriend,
Okay.
and he's like, just so you know, he goes, I have a cleaner. I'm like, okay. He goes, we have someone that comes all the time to clean.
Okay.
He was like super adamant that his house was clean. I'm like, okay, I believe you.
It's like, I don't want this shit to end up in the internet somewhere. Surprise!
He's like, I'm okay with you telling people about my wife's polyamorous lifestyle, but I don't want you talking shit about her.
But that's where I draw the line.
I don't want you talking shit that we're untidy people.
That is where I draw the line.
Oh my
God. Okay. So we end up having a wonderful night. And he got some experiences. And it was fun. And it was great. We had our second date this week. And he's amazing. And I really, really, really like him. And on Monday, I meet the wife. So, that's my story.
Okay. So wait, how is this gonna work though? Is it you're gonna have a relationship with him? Mm-hmm. Or is it like you guys are gonna
a throuple?
Are you guys gonna be a throuple? Yeah.
No. So and that was another thing. He's like, because he tells me, like, he's talked about his wife like the whole time with me. He's told her all about me. She's like, she sounds really cool. Like, we've connected in a lot of different things. And I guess you've
connected on a lot of different things. Like you've
like just like
like you guys already have talked to each other. Or
no, wait. You connected with him or the wife? I'm so confused. Okay.
Yeah, with him. Just like, and so she's excited that he's excited for me. And he's like kept her up to date, and she like they used to hold swinger parties.
Wait, I'm gonna stop you right there. On the swinger party, we're gonna jump into a song.
Because I need to breathe.
We need to catch up on the chat. Chat, we need you guys to ask every fucking question that you have right now.
Yes.
Throw it in there. Throw it in there so that we can start asking. Because I have a lot of questions.
I do too.
And we need to just, like, we all just need to regroup.
We need to regroup, all right?
Okay.
There was a lot of deviations from the story that I need to digest right now. So let's jump into a song.
Oh my God, I can't even put the song on. I'm so nervous. All right, let's go to the song.
Her hand is shaking.
Okay, guys, we're back. That song was too fast. I don't think we've recovered, Marissa and I over here. We sat in silence.
We just stared at each other, guys.
We didn't say a word. We just sat here in silence, looking at each other like, what the fuck's happening right now?
There's a whole conversation happened without the conversation happening.
Yeah, just with our eyes.
Yeah, just with our eyes. That's it. Okay, well, going
And
into
this
the
is what
chat.
Helen does for you.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Okay.
So, okay, going into the chat. It looks like, let's see here. Bunk says, on Monday, you meet the wife, question mark, bring a box cutter, mace, and or a taser, Helen. Don't trust them.
Bunk ready to fucking fight every moment.
She said, don't trust no one. Lisa has a question. Have you seen pics of the wife?
I have. She's
Okay.
really nice. Yeah. Yeah.
Wait,
Nice? What do you mean nice?
like nice looking
I mean, she's
Okay.
really, she's beautiful. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Let's see what else. James from Pedro says, do they even make a bed for 3 people?
yeah, king size.
King size.
The California King, they have
Yeah.
other beds, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Bunks asked, does this man have a lot of money?
Actually, he has a sugar mama. His wife makes all the money. Well, he has, you guys, so he has a government job. That's all I know. So I don't know if he's a spy or Secret Service or what, but he travels a lot. And then he was telling me a story about a stab vest he had to wear, mandatory. I don't know what he does.
Okay.
I don't know, Helen. I feel like
But-
you're gonna end up on like fucking murder mystery or something. Unsolved mysteries.
Well,
It's gonna be a
look,
Netflix
you just-
special.
You just tell everyone I was the one who lit up the podcast, okay?
Oh my god.
Grandma, let him know you're the one that peed on the floors, all right? That's what I'm gonna say. Okay, going on to the next question here. Lisa asked, but do they make rubber sheets large enough to fit an Alaskan king? I don't know.
I'm sure they do, Lisa. A lot of orgies happening.
Before today, Lisa, I didn't know that there was a market for rubber sheets. Now we do. This is now filed into my memory with the dick slinkies that we saw last
Those
time.
penis cages. I
The
know.
penis cages, just run shit. Bunk has a question. Do they have children?
No.
Okay.
No.
No
he
children.
had a vasectomy many years ago. They on purpose don't have children.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa says, are they getting regularly tested too?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then Bunk asks, what's his kink?
That he's married.
The polyamorous thing, right? Okay.
The polyamory. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. James from Pedros, is everybody going to be fucking each other underneath the Christmas tree?
Oh my god.
If there's mistletoe.
That's kissing Helen fucking cochina.
She said, my spin on tradition.
You kiss under
Look,
the
it only-
mistletoe. You don't fuck under the mistletoe.
Actually, no. We kiss under a mistletoe. We fuck under an upside down pineapple.
There you go.
There you go. Helen Revelations. All right.
Okay, those are the
Those are the
questions.
questions that we have in the chat. Okay.
Okay, so we ended with they throw swinger parties.
So they've been throwing swinger parties. They've been swingers for a while. But ever since the pandemic, he's like, I don't like swinging anymore. I just want to be connected with a person and have a real relationship instead of just meaningless sex kind of a thing.
Okay.
So that was his whole thing. He's like, I want a real girlfriend.
So
And I had told him.
When was the last time he had another girlfriend before you?
I guess it had been a few months ago.
Okay, and how long was he with
and-
that girl?
I think a couple weeks. And then, so she was really young. She was 24 or 25. And he goes, it was really good for my ego until I found out she was not what he thought she was. And then, so they ended it.
Well,
And,
let me ask this. How old is he? What's the age range?
45.
Well, yeah, no shit.
Yeah, that's a huge difference. Okay, and then she right now you said she's not dating anybody else. When was the last time she had a boyfriend?
A boyfriend, yeah.
Years. Years.
Oh, so she's just basically letting him
Do his own thing.
do his own thing, and she's
Yes.
and she's just okay
Yes.
with it, unless she's dating women.
Huh?
Unless she's dating women. Too. Like, do they?
I don't know.
Okay.
And the thing is, like, I know things, but I don't think it's my place to
Oh, okay.
reveal too many
Okay.
things.
Okay.
Got
Got
it.
it. Okay.
But it's all kosher. Like, so I'm just like, I don't want to say anything.
No, got it.
No, that's not my place to say.
Okay,
you know?
no, got it.
No, that's fair. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So then they usually throw swingers parties. He's not down with that anymore.
He
just
wants a
person.
relationship. Okay.
And
so, like, I've asked him a few questions, and it's fun because he's totally open. He's like, I'm open about being open. He's like, our rules are, we're not telling our family, and we don't hook up with coworkers. And there was like another one, but just like don't bring any diseases home, kind of a thing,
Okay.
So but we've just really hit it off, and he's so nice to me, you guys, like so nice.
And now this has been
like,
a month?
No, it's been 2 weeks.
Less. That's right, because we just talked to her a month ago.
Yeah.
It's been how many weeks?
2.
Oh, fuck this.
So I'm pretty sure. Okay, this is what happens. I go on here. I give out all my information, like all my stories, and then like within the next day or two, I meet someone. Like it happens every single time.
So 2 weeks. You're meeting his wife already on Monday.
Do you think? Do you think that is that like? And again, this is me being totally like not knowledgeable in the subject, but is that normal? Because like that seems like very soon to meet the wife, parent, like anybody, like meet anybody almost important. Because I feel like at that
that's
point,
exactly what I'm thinking.
Like at this point, you're still trying to figure out
if you like each other.
Right. Yeah. So, and I think that was part of it because she's like, when do I get to meet her? She sounds like a lot of fun. She's been really excited to meet me because he used to date someone, and then like that girl's husband like wasn't okay with it anymore. So they was this the 25-year-old? No, this is a different one.
A different girl, I guess but that girl was married.
Yeah. So she's like, I can't keep up. I need a diagram. I'm like beautiful minds over here. I'm like, okay, this was what was that one, but that one was not with this one. Okay. All right. And then, so he, but he's still really close friends with her, and he tells me all the time, "Oh, my best friend, blah blah blah." We still hang out, and sometimes my wife goes out with her, and they don't take me. Like so, like his wife seems super super cool, and if we're good. Like I don't know, like it does seem soon, but also like it's a different dynamic. Like it's not
she
family.
Has to give her approval since you're gonna be in her house, and I mean I guess it's different rules.
I would think so. Okay. So this is more like I think it's called it's not family table, it's like, damn it, what is it called? Kitchen table poly, where everyone knows each other's partners.
Okay.
So where my previous relationship with a married man, he was E&M, ethically non-monogamous. They played separately, and they didn't want to know anything about each other's partners.
Okay.
This one is different. They're like, no, you have my blessing, but I want to know who you're with, And so,
but just want to know and have like a friendship, like be cordial with each other, not a throuple.
No.
Got it. So you're just having a relationship with the guy, but you're gonna develop, I guess, some sort of friendship with the wife.
Yes.
Did I get that right? Okay.
And are you gonna go to dinner on Monday? You're gonna how are you gonna meet her?
I think we're going to his house. I don't know if she'll go out to eat with us or not.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure so this last week, we met at his house, and then we went out to eat, and then I had a sleepover with him, and she was out of town.
Okay.
So,
She'll be in town, and she's kind of been pushing, I really want to meet her. And he's like, I really want to keep her to myself for a little bit longer. And so, yeah, but we hit it off really, really well. And he's a little nerdy. I like it. Like, so I don't know. I don't have, I know it's unconventional, but right now I'm really happy. And I had told him about my previous relationship, and I told him that there was an expiration date with us. And he's like, well, am I going to have an expiration date? And I'm like, I don't know. And so, like, I've thought about it and stuff, and I'm like, I think I'll be with you until it feels like it's not enough, and then I'll move on. But right now, you're what I need.
Okay.
Like, I want someone who isn't just gonna be doting around me, but he's there for me, and we still, like, message all the time. And he's like he's like really caring and really, like, I don't know. He's exactly who I need right now. And it's unconventional, but I'm okay with it. Like, I've come a really far way from what I thought I would be in as far as relationships, but I'm very happy right now.
Well, I mean, the conventional or non-conventional, that's
not for anybody.
Like that, yeah,
that's nobody's business.
That's nobody's business. Mm-hmm. It's what makes you happy and it makes you feel safe. And I think that was my question to you is, do you feel that do you feel like you're maneuvering this because you want to, or because there's some sort of, like, have you ever been in this situation before? Because sometimes when things are new, they're exciting. You're kind of like into it because you want to learn and you don't really know. So I just, that was my question, is more for you, is how you're feeling. Do you think it's, I have the connection with this guy and it's going great and it's wonderful, and this is also exciting and new and different, or and that could change, right? And hopefully it doesn't, but that could change, and if it does, not a problem. But do you feel safe? Do you feel good?
Yeah, like, good. I feel completely safe around him. He makes me laugh all the time. And because he has this other relationship, like, he lets me do my own thing too. Like, right now I'm really busy and I can't see someone all the time. And so I told him, like, I'm getting my Christmas season already. Like, I'm busy.
Yeah.
I'm like, I may not be able to see you every week. He's like, no, that's okay. He's like, I would love to see you twice a week. He goes, when you have availability. He's like, but when you don't, I'm okay with that too.
And a question.
Because,
a question for you. Is it, so you guys are, like, in a relationship. Are you guys dating other people as well? Or are you guys, like, in a committed relationship to each other?
We're in a committed relationship to each other, and he's not wanting to seek another person. Okay. He just wanted one other meaningful relationship because he adores his wife. Like, he really loves her, and he talks so highly about her. And I know everything they do on the weekend. Like, I know about their relationship. And the thing is, like, I am not jealous in the least. And it's really different because the last relationship, I would get jealous.
Okay.
Like, I would get jealous, and I think one time he mentioned, he's like, well, I was having sex with my wife. And I remember turning to him and I said, I know you're married. I go, but I don't want to know what's happening in the bedroom.
Right.
And he's like, oh, okay. And so, but, like, I know everything about this couple, and I am totally okay. I think it's different. Like, the dynamic is different. Everything just feels different. And it's not like, I think what maybe you were trying to convey, Marissa, is, do you think I'm settling? And in no way, shape, or form do I think I'm settling.
Okay, well, that's what I was kind of worried. I was kind of worried about her just settling because she's been dating bad guy after bad guy after bad guy. So she thinks that this is like she's just like accepting this just because he's finally somebody decent.
It's someone decent that treats her right. No, I think for me it's, when I think about different relationships that you have, sometimes when it's something new, it's exciting, it's fun, it's this. But then when you think about commitment, right? Especially because it's been for such a short time, like it's been a couple of weeks, maybe a month, maybe that you've
no
couple
weeks,
relationship?
like maybe like that we started talking probably about a month.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like from like getting to know you to this, it's all like even in a traditional relationship, it's all new. You still have like butterflies in your, you know what I mean? Like you still, it's that new feeling. Just more like, do you feel like it's something new and exciting for now, and we'll see how that develops, or hey, no, I really am looking at this from a perspective of a long-term relationship? That was more my question.
No, I think I'm looking at it as a long-term relationship. Okay. Because like we were talking, like I was busy on a Friday night and I was talking to my friends, and they were all like, so these are all my friends who are Mormon, and they don't know I stopped being Mormon. I'm like a closeted ex-Mormon.
How do they know that you're not Mormon? Like, you're not going to church.
Because I don't go to the same church as them anyways. Because I met them in like when we were all singles when I met them. Okay. And now we all go to different churches. Okay. Well, they go to different churches. So they don't know that I don't go, and I don't say anything.
Okay.
Everyone, and I just like when they're talking about church stuff, I just like, like I'm not like, I don't know. I don't want to break their heart. And I also don't want them to be like, oh, you need to come back to church and like waste their time, because I'm not, you know.
Yeah.
And so, but I found out that one of my friends, so we're talking, and she's like, oh yeah, my husband's like all about the boat, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, man, I wish I knew someone with a boat. I go, I don't even have to have a boat. I just want a friend who has a boat. And then her neighbor who she brings to this paint party, she's like, and I go, I wish I knew someone. And she goes, well, you do now. I'm like, what? They're like, Cherie has a boat now. I'm like, what? And so I'm telling him, I'm like, oh, it turns out my friend has like a brand new boat. And he goes, so how do we get on that boat next summer? And I'm like, well, we don't say you're married. He goes, okay. He's like, not my first rodeo. But he's saying things like that all the time. Like, we're in this for a long time, you know?
Got it.
Or like when we go on vacation together. And he's like, you know, we're totally okay. He's like, I can host. We can go on vacations. Like, he's like, it'll be a real relationship. It's not. He's like, it's not just like sex, you know?
Mm-hmm. And my question for you is, okay, so how long has been... aside from his wife, how long has his longest relationship been? Like, I want to know how you guys are thinking long term. I want to know how okay the wife really is with it being long term.
Yeah. Because have they been in that territory before where it's been more than a couple months, a couple weeks, where it's been like,
where she's okay with like because they're going to be in and out, so she
doesn't really mind. She's not really phased, but it's different when it's like, hey, she's had someone around for maybe a year or two. That
I want to say he was with someone for a year. I want to say that, or it could have just been a lot of months.
Okay.
But I want to say he told me it was a year.
Okay.
Yeah. And he, I don't know. I think that relationship went sour. And he's like, I didn't date anyone for a really long time. And he goes, and then I dated this young girl. He goes, and that was a mistake. But, and then he literally had just started his app the day before. Like, he had opened up his profile, and then we met. And it's just like it just happened that way. But we're not like gonna say, oh, it happened too quick, it's not good. It's just like it happened, and we're happy, and we crossed paths, you know. And I really like him. He's hilarious. He's smart. He's encouraging. Like, he's just a really, really great guy. And so I'm excited about all of this, you know. And
as long as you're happy, Helen, and you feel safe, you're okay with everything that's going on. I mean, we're nobody to tell you not to do it or how to live your life.
I think more than anything, we just want to make sure you're happy, safe,
and that he's not leading you on with these false expectations,
right?
And that you're putting boundaries yourself
to protect yourself. Correct.
Oh yeah, and so like one of the things that I told him, because I'm like, what are your expectations out of this? And he's like, well, what are yours? We've talked about these things, and like the one thing I told him, I'm like, I don't think you'll ever meet my daughter.
Okay.
Because that it could get confusing.
Right.
So let's just not introduce her at all.
Got it. Okay.
And he's like, no, like he's like, that's fine. I'm like, that's my boundary, right? Like, I'm like, I'm not gonna involve her in this.
Okay, smart move.
Yeah,
smart move
sure.
on that. All right.
For sure.
So, Helen, we are there's questions for you in the chat that are coming up, so we're gonna go into a quick song. We're gonna come back and let you answer the questions, and then we'll wrap it up.
Yes.
Okay? Okay, guys, we are back. Marissa,
yes.
What are the questions in the chat?
Yes. It looks like Lisa was asking, are they looking for like a sister-wives situation? Which is like, would he be open to, I guess, another wife, another serious committed relationship, things like that?
So we're gonna be in a committed relationship. But like, I'm not moving in with them or anything. Like, okay. I'm gonna live an independent life. No,
okay.
No.
Okay. Collie asks, are you sure the wife really knows about you or any of the flings he is having? And are you sure it's not just game?
No, she knows. Like, he is not the type to be this elaborate. But I guess that's what everyone says before it goes south. No, I completely believe everything. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. She knows. She's aware. Yeah.
Okay.
We're good.
Well, we know that you can't disclose everything.
Yeah.
So, but we're just trying to.
It's just out of our love for you and concern and making sure that you are okay.
I know. And I think if I disclose some things, it would all make sense. But I'm like, no, that's not mine to share.
No, you're good.
Share what you can.
Yeah, I think it's. Lisa says, I'd like to FaceTime with the wife, just to make sure everything's good. I think she says it could get confusing. We're adults and confused. We're all adults and confused. So fair. Let's see. Collie says, it just really sounds dodgy to me until you speak with the wife and then you get the full story. Lisa says, we don't want you heading down into the basement and finding half a dozen dudes instead of the wife.
I'm laughing because that's scary. I mean, it's not scary. Funny, but it's scary. Yeah.
Look,
no more basements, Helen. Just promises that. No more basements.
No, well, when I peed on Officer Ross's floor, it was his basement floor. So basements are my jam.
Oh my god.
Basements are life. For real. Okay. Totally Tapes says, I would need to extensively investigate the wife even before meeting her, just so that you know what you're getting yourself into. Bunk says, if you have her Instagram, I can tell you everything about her in 30 minutes. She says she's got you, girl.
I can probably give her my Instagram, and then she can Bunk can vouch for the group.
Okay, there we go.
Because we are Instagram friends, so yeah.
Okay.
Jameson Page says, what if they secretly drop you off in Mexico one night? If they tell you you're going to Six Flags, don't believe them.
We've come full circle.
With $50. That's okay because we're close and we'll pick her up.
Unless he drops you off at Tijuana, then we're sending Redix to go get you.
Yeah, exactly. Alright. So
you guys know I don't have a passport to go to Mexico.
Yes, you do. You found yours.
I did. I want to be able to go on the Beehive cruise. So yeah, I did find my passport.
There you go.
All right, Helen. So everybody's just wanting to make sure that you're fine. I see Kay has also said, take it slow. If you think this can be a long-term relationship, no need to rush at this point. Absolutely.
Yeah. And even with meeting the wife, I think that was my concern or my flag. There is just, are you ready to meet her, and are you wanting to meet her because you really want to meet her, or is it something that he's
like? Do you feel pressured to have to?
Do you feel like it's something that's coming from them?
No.
Okay.
I think they brought it up, and I'm okay with it. Like, I'm not averse to it in any shape or form.
Okay.
So yeah, no, I'm really excited to meet her. I'm really excited. And he tells me, he's like, I've already told so and so. I've already told this, like, all my friends. I've told, all the, like, he's really excited for me. I'm telling my friends here on Station Head. So no, but I will say, so I was getting ready to, kind of like suspend my account on the app, because I'm like, I'm not going to delete it. I'm just going to suspend it. And lo and behold, Mr. A slut boy comes back around. He's like, hey, how's it going?
Oh my God.
Mr. Redhead. And I'm like, good. How about you? He's like, oh, I'm away on a work trip. And all I can think about is you, and I'm so hard, and blah, blah, blah. And so I'm like, this motherfucker, he can pay me to get him hard.
Absolutely.
Like,
that's what I was about to tell you.
You
I'm like,
send him a request for money.
Yep. I'm sorry, but you gotta go. If you're gonna continue the kink stuff, you gotta do the pay pig.
Yes.
You're not doing this for free anymore.
No, ma'am.
Yes. And so he's like, oh, and I'm like, well, I go, obviously you don't miss me that much because I already have someone else. And he's like, oh, what do you mean? And I'm like, what, you think I'm not a hot commodity? I'm like, no. I go, I have someone. Exactly. And he's like, oh, well, no, like, and so, and I'm like, whatever. And he goes, no, and I'm like, okay. I go, first of all, let's get this straight. I'm the one in charge here. You don't come around when you want. I come around when I want to see you. And he goes, oh my God, I'm already hard, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, you're really hard? I go, you really want to touch yourself? And he's like, yes. And I'm like, oh, well, you're just going to have to wait. And so, like, I tease him a little bit, and then I suspend my account. Fuck you.
Girl, you should have gotten that money first.
I know. We got to get you on.
No.
We got to get you paid so that you can stop doing all the markets. And, and have more free time. But Helen, once again, I mean, thank you for sharing your life. We all love you. We all just want to make sure that you're safe, that you're okay with what's happening.
Yep.
And if you're happy, we are happy.
Yes, I am very happy right now. And if it changes, you're going to hear all about it. Like, but don't think because I'm in a committed relationship, I don't have stories, because you guys, I have so many stories.
Helen, we would never doubt you, not for 1 second, girl.
No, we would never.
We would never.
But Helen's gonna change. We're gonna start doing the morning after on a Tuesday now, because Helen needs to flip the date. So next month we will be the third Tuesday of the month. I don't know what day yet. I haven't looked.
Hold on. We need to talk about it, because with my new job, I have to attend board meetings. Okay. And I think they do it the first and third. I think that's what's set. Well, so let me just confirm.
You look at your calendar. You tell us when you're ready, and then we'll announce it all over the channels, all the socials. But thank you, Helen. We love you. Be safe, and I will talk to you soon.
And just let them know that you got a bunch of friends that will cut a bitch.
Yep.
In a heartbeat. Because I will be in Utah tomorrow. If you need it.
And Bugs already got shit in her car ready to go.
Oh, Bugs really? We are on the same ride. What do you mean?
Lisa, we have to wait a month.
Yep. Verify.
Yep, Lisa, we're going to have to wait a month.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, that's how it goes, you guys. I leave you with these cliffhangers, and then you just got to wait.
All right, Helen. We love you, and we will talk to you soon. Thank you, Helen.
Okay. Bye.
All right, guys. Another wild turn that this Helen story took. I mean, look at us.
Helen train, yeah.
Way over time, and you and I are not yawning or ready to turn into pumpkins because we're so intrigued.
Absolutely.
But that being said, we are going to turn into pumpkins because you and I are grandmas.
Yes.
So we want to thank everybody for their time.
Yes. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us. Thank you for your time. We appreciate you hanging out here with us, listening to us, hanging out with Helen, giving us all of your questions or your perspective. We absolutely love it. Thank you all so much. But if you do want to be a part of these shows, if you want to get scheduled in to tell your story for the morning after, or just a regular I Hate It Here story, you can always...
Or songs we hate.
Or songs we hate. If you want to get on the schedule for songs we hate, you can always DM us on Instagram, and our handle is...
IHIHWHS.
And go ahead and DM us there. We'll get you scheduled in so that way you can tell your story. Or if you are too shy and don't want to narrate your story and you want us to narrate it for you, you can always send us that through Instagram DM as well. We'd be more than happy to share it anonymously if you choose to. And we've done that before so that you can get everybody's take and feedback on there. And nobody will know that it was you.
Yeah, and speaking of songs we hate, quick housekeeping. We will be back on Tuesday with Arturian. Eric is going to be our co-host for Songs We Hate.
Yeah.
So I'm so fucking looking forward for that because he's so opinionated, just like us. So it's going to be a wild time with him. And that's it. We'll see you guys at your shows.
Yes, thank you all so much. We'll catch you all at your shows. But again, thank you all. We appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day, your weekend, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye.